I keep saying it's old shtick. I'm the season 6 champ.
I'm West8221, and I'm Season 9 champion.
So, before I get into this game against West, there's some questions that have been asked to me. As a former TPCFL champion, what does that experience bring to you in the Madden Division Championship game?
You know, I've been to the show before.
I think it brings a lot.
I have won in the past.
Having been a former TPCFL champion.
Beaten Colby in Clash before.
We know the pressure.
I know how to handle the pressure.
Playing in a championship game.
The last time we played,
West did win 24-21.
I got a long pass to Hill just before halftime.
West looking to get a lead here, going into the locker room. Knows that a field goal is probably unlikely from there. Mahomes throws it. West is wide open, catches it, touchdown! Unbelievable! Someone in chat better clip that one.
That's what I've learned.
So I really need to focus in on bringing my best defense to this game.
I can't make mistakes.
Playing the best offense that I possibly can.
There's just no ifs, ands, or buts.
My key to victory tonight is my key like every game I ever play.
Limiting my mistakes.
Playing hard defense.
You know, I have a good team.
I've got to take chances when I see them.
I have strong offense.
Can't second guess myself. I have to be aggressive.
I just got to make sure I don't make mistakes with it.
Why am I going to kick off the Madden 22 era for EvolveSportsLIVE as a champion?
It would be a good thing for me, I think. Something that I'm excited about.
Defense.
Madden 22, a whole different game.
And a will.
Different play styles.
And a drive.
Different playbooks, different players.
To win.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Clash 14. My name is Langelon Xbox, and I am joined tonight by my good friend Meter. We are calling the game tonight, and it is a huge game. It is for the Madden Division Championship. I've talked enough. Let's get Meter in here. Meter, how you doing tonight, sir?
I am doing fantastic, and man, am I excited. Clash is back. New logo, new music, new graphics, a new feeling, and a new title is on the line tonight.
Most definitely. We've got the Madden Division Championship. We've got Colbus1984 and the Chicago Bears taking on West and the Kansas City Chiefs. Both of these competitors are former TPCFL champions. Colby, Season 6 champion. West, Season 9 champion. And they are going head-to-head tonight to declare and become the first ever EvolveSportsLIVE Madden Division champion.
And I love this graphic so much, showing wins, losses, streak, and points per game. Showing the history here of both of these competitors and where they may or may not have advantages. And it's my understanding this one loss for Colby came at the hands of West. Is that accurate?
That is accurate. In Clash 11, West faced off with Colby, and Colby came up short in that game, or West came out on top in that game, depending on, which perspective you're looking at. The final score was 24-21, so it was a field goal that separated these two in the first matchup, and they are back here again tonight to compete for that championship.
That is absolutely incredible. Such a tight game that was, and honestly, I expect to see some fierce competition here tonight as well. Looks like West on a 2-game win streak. Colby with that singular loss being the last game he's played, but still has the points per game over West. Do you think that the offense is going to be the bigger decider here? Those couple of points difference?
I think that's a very good point. I think that both competitors learned something from the first matchup. I know that Colby is going to be putting an emphasis on defense to try to stop West. We saw in the opening there at the end of the first half in the game from Clash 11, West was able to catch Colby off guard. I don't think that's going to happen tonight. I think that Colby's going to be putting an emphasis on defense. Both of them have strong offenses, so I think at this point, the offense is going to be there. It's going to be who can step up and make that big stop defensively that's going to make the difference in this game.
That will be absolutely huge. Let's talk about Colby real quick here. So I know in that opening interview segment, he had mentioned he can't second guess himself. He needs to be aggressive. And Colby, well known for sometimes getting in his own head. And I know in a lot of conversations I've had with him, he feels that that's a lot of times he's his own worst enemy in that regard. So do you foresee him needing to be aggressive, being a big key factor here? How does that work in comparison to West's play style?
I think first off, you're right. Colby has a tendency to get into his own head if he's down by a touchdown or more than one score. He's fighting an uphill battle. I think the difference with it being is the fact that more times than not, Colby is able to come back from those. So he's just got to relax on that and not get overly worked up and just play his own game. Playing aggressively against West. West's defense is very strong. So if Colby, he can be aggressive. He can try to make big plays, but he also has to keep in the back of his mind that West, the more aggressive you are, the more you long bomb it, the more chances there are for interceptions. So I think that Colby's got the right idea to come out strong and go after West, but at the same time, he's going to have to be careful on that because long bombs lead to interceptions, and he can be aggressive, but not super aggressive.
And I must say, I personally have seen massive amounts of growth from everyone in the Evolve Sports Live community, but specifically in speaking about Colby with his mindset when he's behind, there seems to be a significant amount less panic than we may have associated with him previously. Maybe being a champion has changed that. How do you feel being a champion changes you moving forward, being a champion yourself?
One champ to another, right? I mean, different sport, but I mean, you've been at the top of the mountain with hockey, so maybe we can spin this around in a second and get your opinion on it as well. But being a champion and being able to prove that you can win a championship, which both of these gentlemen have done, definitely puts you on a different level. I think the difference is the fact that they're both former champions. Colby, season 6 champion. West, season 9 champion. West also the Extreme League season 1 champion. So there's a lot of championship pedigree here, a lot of championship experience. I think that these two are two of the best that we have in the Madden division. It's going to be a case of really either who can either force the other one to make a mistake, or better yet, who can stick to their game plan and be as effective as possible. But you mentioned about being champion. You too are a former champion. So both in the TPCDL League as well as Evolve Sports Live and the TPCHL. So you've got multiple championships to your credit. I mean, how do you go into championship games like this?
Oh man, they're very stressful. There's a lot of pressure to perform that, and most of the time that's being put on yourself. And a lot of times it comes from the fans, from the people cheering for you. I know people in this community very passionate. So I'm sure they all have who they'd like to see win. Not that they would like to see anyone lose, but you pick your favorite, maybe who's the underdog or who you have a personal vendetta against. Because they beat you so many times, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think who your opponent is plays a huge role. I know that there are certain people that when I'm going against them, I know there is a very good chance I can lose. I think those are some of the hardest games to go into and not get yourself overpsyched. And honestly, I think that's where Colby might be at in looking at West across the road there, across the field. because he is pretty amazing. You mentioned his championship pedigree. I think that's a very fair thing to say there, because he has continued to impress as he's broken through all of the competition in Evolve Sports Live.
Yeah, most definitely. Let's bring up West's profile screen here. West, 4 games in the Madden division alone, 3 wins, 1 loss. That 1 loss coming to Monkey Work, who is in fact the #1 contender. We hope to have Monkey back in action here on Clash ASAP. So that's another thing we need to talk about. The winner of tonight's game will become Madden Division Champion, but they've got Monkey Work waiting for them. So that's going to be another exciting matchup we're going to be bringing to Clash here very, very soon. But I mean, we look at it here, West, 4 games played, 3 wins, 1 loss on a 2-game winning streak, and averaging 25.3 points a game. Now that's slightly less than what Colby brings up per game. I believe Colby was in the 26-point range. But West, as of late, Season 9 champion in TPCFL, Season 1 champion in the Extreme League. He's definitely got everything running on all cylinders as far as these Kansas City Chiefs go. So it's going to be an exciting matchup that we're going to have here, and I believe both gentlemen are ready to go. So if I can get a hold of them, get them on the blower here and tell them it's time to go, we can get this game underway. But before we do that, any closing thoughts there, Meter?
While you're contacting them, I'll talk briefly about West. I think his game is just so well-rounded. One of the hardest parts about playing against West is just finding any sort of a gap to get in his offense, defense, special teams. Across the board, he is very, very good. So if there are any mistakes made, they must be capitalized on. I think that is the way that you're going to overcome either of these guys, but especially West, with a very well-rounded team and a very well-rounded play style, adaptability thrown in there. I'm continually impressed by West, and I'm interested to see how Colby's going to go about dismantling what is right now a very, very strong contender.
I could not agree more. I have given them the green light. We're just waiting for them to hit go. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, we've got the prediction up in chat. Let me bring that back up again. We have 10 points going to one, 0 points going to the other. I'm not sure who voted for who there, but I'm trying to stay non-influenced by the chat. So we'll if you are in chat, make sure you pop over and put your vote in there. All right, looks like we are live. We're bringing up the action, and here we go. Kansas City Chiefs, Chicago Bears, Madden Division title is on the line. For those of you who may be new to Evolve Sports Live, it'll be West and the Chiefs and Colby and the Bears.
Heading on down to Soldier Field is where they're going to play this one today. And it looks like the Chiefs are going to be kicking to the Bears. So West kicking to Colby to start this one out. And it looks like we're in Madden 22 this game.
Yeah, it is. This is our debut in Madden 22.
And the kickoff to about the 3, being brought back and taken down at the 20-yard line, which is where we will begin this drive in this game.
I can't wait for this. I am super excited. I've been pumped for this all week. I've been pumped for this all day. I mean, I know we had an extra hour to get ready for this. Our kickoff tonight at 7 Eastern as opposed to 6 Eastern. And we are having notices of network connectivity problems already. That is not a good sign. We'll stay tuned, folks. We'll see what's going on. One of the things I should point out, Meter, very quickly is the momentum meter at the top of the screen here. This is new in Madden 22. Right above where the Kansas City and Chicago logos are. There's advantages and disadvantages as far as momentum goes, and this will be the first time we're seeing this come to face here in Evolve Football.
It'll be really interesting. I myself am very non-versed in what all of these symbols mean. So hopefully that'll be we can keep that moving forward, both the momentum and the knowledge as to what those mean.
Yeah, I did have at one point a list of what each one was. I don't have it with me right now, but
And that maybe
go ahead.
it may be indicated right here on the screen. I see that same bear, and it says bear down, away team's kicking meter moves faster on the downswing.
Right. Yeah, the Madden's good at constantly bringing up what the differences are. So we'll see. Third and 8,
Wonderful.
though.
Pass over to the left, wide open. He had the room, but stumbled for a second. But most importantly, first down, Colby.
That was huge. Being 3rd and 8, West with an opportunity to get off the field early, and unfortunately didn't take advantage. Colby able to exploit that defense.
Do we have any idea how much time these guys put into 22 so far?
I'm not sure as far as Colby goes. I do know that West and I have played a couple games just trying to get our feet under us for Madden 22. So they're both relatively new to it, but not new to Madden. But as you and I both know, Madden changes every year. So if you don't keep up on it, it's easy to fall behind pretty quick.
Absolutely, especially with new mechanics and slight adjustments. Little run over to the right side, big loss, 3 yards. Try a run over to the left side, but defense is just right there waiting for him. Takes him down again behind the line.
Yeah, West's defense, we talked about it in the opening. He's very strong on defense, knows what he's doing. And this is the second time now. This time it's 3rd and long, although 3rd and 8 is considered long as well. This is 3rd and extra long now. So we'll see what Colby's able to pull out here.
Rips off to the right, Fields and shotgun snap. They're coming in, throwing over the middle, double coverage, easy interception. Snead comes away, trying to cut back over to the left. Beautiful spin move. Are you kidding me? Takes it down to the 46.
And that's what I talked about in the opening, is the fact that Colby can be aggressive, but if you start long bombing it, this is what happens. I mean, he had to throw it 14 yards. He tried to throw it about 30, and as a result, West picks up the ball, and now he's taking over and moving back down the field.
It was into double coverage as well. I believe he saw the guys coming and very well might have thought there was a blitz going on there, but he was well covered down the middle. The safety very much there.
Indeed.
And off right side. It's actually, I think, technically a forward lateral.
But definitely
Looks
a first down.
Momentum well in favor of Kansas City now. It has implemented the instinct so the defense can see the home team's intended pass target.
Yeah, this
Very
is
interesting indeed.
Yeah, it's these new momentum changes are new to Madden 22. I checked into it. You cannot shut these off. So as far as being in the league, because I was going to put it to a vote whether or not we want to have these or not, but these are hard baked in. We can't shut these off. So people are going to have to get used to them.
Mahomes directly behind the center, takes the snap, dropping back, rolling out to the left. He has room. He's taken off and finally tackled down at the 22. A good pickup for Mahomes, 10 yards, and they'll clock it at a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, West has been doing a lot of work with bursting out of the pocket with Mahomes. We first saw that way back early in the TPCFL with Shane's Gaming. Shane's Gaming was the first quarterback that I can remember that would scramble out of the pocket and go for huge gains, and now it seems to be trickling on to other owners at this point, or figuring out how to pull that off.
Absolutely. Big shift by the defense to pinch in. Mahomes trying to take off, gets a block suddenly and makes the pass. It's caught down at the 12-yard line, first down.
That was incredible pressure by Colby. West was able to get away with it just at the last split second. We see the replay there. He was just...
I'll be honest, I think he thought he was already tackled. He panic pressed a button.
Yep. and somehow it managed to end up in the hands of a receiver. Another thing we should point out, Meter, is the fact that we're playing on 8-minute quarters as opposed to the traditional 6. Extreme League this year going to 8-minute quarters, so we're introducing that across the board, both in our CFM as well as here in the Madden division.
Very interesting to see a little bit longer of a game and see how that plays into what might have been before last-minute field goal or touchdown. Now may give the other team an additional little chance.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to add an extra 8 minutes of game time to a game, which means owners are going to have to rework their structure as far as clock management goes just a little bit.
Go over to the left side. This one's caught. Mahomes 3 for 3 for 32 yards.
And that puts him at the 1-yard line.
It does.
Now I don't know exactly where they are on the field, Meter, but if you were to describe where they are, where would they be?
They'd be deep in the red zone, deep in the red hot zone, the 1-yard line, the most dangerous yard on the field.
God, I love that.
Handed off up the middle and met by an absolute wall of bears.
Yeah, that is not the zoo you want to be into. You definitely want to be on the other side of the fence on that one. He went to go up the middle, and Colby's defense, goal line stance, makes the stop. And now West has to try it again.
2nd and goal now, still technically on the 1-yard line. Not a lot of room to operate here, meaning the defense is going to be all jammed in those 10 yards. Throw over to the left side, wide open. Touchdown, Kansas City. The big tight end coming away with that one.
Travis Kelce into the end zone, getting the points. Kansas City now up 6-0. West looking to make the kick to make it an even, well, I guess it's an odd, but 7-point lead. Kick is up. Kick is good. And just like that, in our championship game, West and the Chiefs are up 7-0 here late in the first.
Big play there to kick off and then end up with an interception that scores points. Early mistake by Colby, and he's paid the price so far.
Yeah, speaking of mistake, it looks like he was going to take a knee there. Like he hesitated, stutter step for a second, then came out, and as a result, only makes it to the 16-yard line. So we talked about it in the opening that Colby can't get into his own head. So at this point here, he just needs to settle down, get a couple first downs under his belt, get things back under control, and start playing Colbus 1984 football.
I love it. Handoff, fake to the right, over to the left. Montgomery reaches for the 25-yard line. Is a 2nd and 1, a good little run there.
Yeah, that was a huge play by Colby to start the drive. Because you remember the last two, he was like 3rd and 8 and 3rd and 14. 2nd and 1 looks very manageable right now.
One out wide on either side. A man in the backfield fields directly behind the center. Everyone else on the line. And a flag. Looks like this might have been an offside, would be my guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. No, it's a penalty against the Bears. 2nd and 6. I didn't see the ref come up and tell us. I don't know.
False start then?
Maybe. That's weird. Normally we get the ref telling us what that is. All right.
And off over to the right side. Montgomery can't quite make it and take it down at the 22, a 2-yard gain. But they need 6, so 3rd and 4 it'll be.
3rd and 4 is very manageable as long as he doesn't try to throw it extensively long like last time. Just throw a short pass, get that first down marker, and keep the drive going here.
Fields now in shotgun. Calling an audible. Now, quick throw over to the left. It's caught. Kemet has all sorts of room, tripped up on the bootstraps. That was a real close one. He was almost gone.
That would have been a game changer. Shades of Commando Slippy with that RPO. Throwing immediately to the left. I've seen that before.
It was absolutely perfectly played there. And a big first down to end the first. A fresh 8 minutes up on the board here in the second quarter. 1st and 10 from the 40. The Bears have the ball, looking to strike after Kansas City with a pickoff and march down the field for 7.
And now
Handoff.
Go ahead.
Directly into traffic, is able to pick up 2.
2 in the right direction. I mean, I'll take positive over negative any day of the week when I'm on offense anyway. And, yeah, as long as see, Colby playing a game like this slows the game down, takes time off that clock, and that might be part of his strategy here.
There. Snap, throwing over to the left, intercepted again. Bolton this time. He's got a whole lot of room. I don't think they're going to catch him. The 10, the 5, touchdown Kansas City. Pick 6, and Hot Hands is enabled as momentum has swung heavily on the Kansas City side.
Yeah, Kansas City now is on fire. You can see the momentum bar there at the top is almost full, if not full. I can't quite see where the end off is on that one, but yeah, that was devastating as far as Colby's goes right now. He's going to have to really put some work in now to get back on the board. That's 2 interceptions now in the first half.
It is. So what does that do for you? I noticed, in his first drive, he had a few more throws. This time of 5 plays, 2 of them were throws. One was a really fast RPO, and then that one there. And now he thrown another interception. How long do you think before he goes back to the air, or do you think this holds him back some?
I think that it's going to make him a little we got a timeout here in the game. I think it's going to rattle him a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if possibly he goes in now and tries to change his quarterback to try to change things up. I know Justin Fields is the starter. I don't know who his backup is. I'm sure we'll find out here very shortly. Well, that's my guess anyway. But I think that, again, this definitely is not the start that he wanted. No argument there. But I think that, he's been a champion. He's had winning records every season he's played. He can turn this around. He can't get down on himself. There's tons of time left. There's literally 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in just this quarter alone. He's got tons of time here. He just needs to settle down and play it smart.
Defense coming in fast, wide open. Colin, he's trying to take off and finally pushed out of bounds, but moved not just past the 50, but all the way to the 41, flipping the field.
That was a huge play, absolutely huge play by Colby and the Bears. It looks like he did not change out Fields. I don't know exactly what that timeout was for. But here we go. He's on the...
Whatever it was for, it worked.
Definitely did. He's on the Kansas City side of the field now.
Do you think it was potentially what happened in that last play? West was anticipating a run because of the interceptions, and Colby, seeing the blitz, threw it way downfield.
Yep. That's a great observation. Some of these things I miss live. I go back and catch them on replay, but that's something I'll keep an eye out for. Quick shout out in chat. Coach Kobe is joining us. Just competed recently in the OMFL Championship game. So thank you for joining us from the grown folks community. Greatly appreciate it. Colby with another bomb, throws a caught. I believe that was inbounds. It was down to the 23.
Big play there, and found the one-on-one. No safety over on that side. Able to hit his man in stride. Beautifully done.
Most definitely. And now, from the 23.
And pushing up the middle. Not a lot of room for Montgomery to run. 6 rushes, 11 yards.
Yeah, I mean, He's going in the right direction. I mean, I think he needs to definitely keep it on the ground. Less chance of being intercepted. You can fumble it, but if he can gain some yards on the ground, keep working away and eventually crack through that defense. That's a great thing to have in your back pocket.
Throwing over to the left. Looks like half a screen. It's the block he needs. Picks up the first. Cuts back in and finally gets taken down. Cohen on these passes, picking up tons of space when he can't do it on the ground.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about when I said if Colby needs to just settle down and play his game. He's doing it on this drive, and look at this. He's on the 8-yard line, and he's in the red zone now, looking to put points on the board.
And off left side, has the blocking, tries to squeeze through the gap, but can't quite do it. Still in the red hot zone, 3-yard line.
So it's not the most dangerous yard on the field, but it's right next door to it. Right next
Within
door.
spitting distance, that's for sure.
Exactly.
I formation, long and trailing on the right side of the line. All of that defense is real close to the line as well. Handoff fake, looking, throwing over to the right, wide open, touchdown Bears!
There we go. Colby on the board now, marching down the field with a great amount of confidence. And we've got a timeout. I'm not sure why we've got a timeout, unless he's going to go for 2. But that doesn't... That's a weird timeout. I'm not sure why that just happened.
Huge play action. I have to give major props for that call. Surely West thinking that was going to be a run. Fakes the run and a little throw over to the right. Only a single guy covering.
And just like that,
well done.
The lead is cut in half now.
Now that drive, notably to me at least, a lot of passing. Almost every yard they gained was through passing.
Yeah.
After throwing back-to-back interceptions, including a pick 6.
Yep, exactly. I'm a little surprised by that as well. But I think that's what caught West off guard, was the fact that Colby was A, still throwing, but B, throwing deep. Because I'm noticing West is putting a lot of pressure on Fields. And if Colby can, stick with the screen passes or the runs, he might actually be able to take advantage of this now.
Out over to the left, Edwards-Helaire can't get anywhere. A loss of 2. Colby said he wanted to be aggressive. He said it in the opening package, and we're seeing it in action here. Bit him a couple of times early and then worked very much to his advantage. It'll be interesting to see how that continues as we head towards the end of the second here. 3.5 left.
Most definitely.
West rolls out to the right. A man coming in, throws into traffic, and this one's swatted out of the air, almost intercepted.
And now we're seeing the opposite meter. You're seeing that momentum drop down on the Kansas City side, and now it's West who's 3rd and long. Whereas on the first couple drives, it was Colby that was 3rd and long. So let's see whether or not West is able to dial something up to beat the defense here and see what we've got.
Through to the left, Mahomes and shotgun. Edwards-Helaire just to his left. Snap, dropping back to the 10. Throwing over to the left into coverage. This one looks like it was caught, but steps out of bounds. Yes, it's going to be an incompletion.
This is absolutely huge for Colby. Been able to get the Kansas City offense off the field without giving up, not only not giving up any points, but not even giving up any yards. Kansas City -2 on that drive.
His kick sailing towards the sidelines, and it'll go out of bounds, unreturnable at the 39.
Yeah, that's as close to midfield as you're going to get. I mean, this is a great opportunity for Colby to come back and tie this game before halftime.
3:22, 2 timeouts. There is an eternity on the board right now.
Most definitely. Coach Colby in chat saying that battling from behind not only is difficult, but it's also mentally draining. I think we've all been there before. I agree with him 100%. That it's much easier to play with the lead than playing from behind. But Colby is handling this quite well right now.
And couldn't agree more. And that is some great insight from someone who's really good at this game in general. Mm-hmm. Handoff out to the left side, not able to gain anything.
Yeah,
trying to go back to the ground here.
Gained 45 yards laterally, but nothing, or horizontally, but nothing laterally on that one. Didn't gain any yard on that one. So got the steps in for the old Fitbit, but didn't actually make it up the field any. All right.
2nd and 10 now. Just under 3 minutes left to play. Fields in the shotgun. This guy's out on either side. Snap. Backing up to the 30. Throwing it wicked deep. Triple coverage. Easily intercepted by Thornhill. And he has a lot of room to run. Ooh, that play very much surprises me.
That really surprises me. That almost strikes me as, oops, I hit the wrong button, because that ball was headed nowhere near what I would say is a safe shot. That was in, like we can see the replay, triple coverage there. I mean, Colby had a 25% chance of coming down with that ball. And now West takes over on the 44.
West sends a man in motion, throws it to him, gets the blocking, trying to get out to the sidelines, cuts back in, more great blocking, and finally spun down, reaching forward for the 45-yard line and a first down.
That was impressive. I remember when we called the OMFL championship game a couple weeks ago, and I was watching Coach Colby being able to run with the ball, and I'm like, I'm going to have to get some tips from him. I haven't got a chance to do that yet, but it looks like West may have, because that was impressive.
3 to the right, 2 to the left. Mahomes shotgun snap over to the left side. Caught. Tons of room and finally taken down at the 30. Another first down. 2-minute warning.
Yeah, West is actually, I mean, that last drive didn't go his way, but everything else is basically 10 yards plus per play right now. Colby's going to have to stand up. His defense is going to have to make a stop. He's going to have to get one of these interceptions to turn this around, because if not, West is potentially up by 2 scores going into the half and getting the ball back.
Yeah, looking, throwing over to the left, a screen, gets the blocks, tries to cut back in, but gets stopped cold at the 21, but still, 9-yard gain.
Yeah. Not only is West taking time off the clock here, he's also taking huge chunks of yardage at the same time. I mean, I think right now we're looking at the championship caliber of West, where he's using that clock to his advantage, and he's not really in a lot of pressure defensively either. Like, he's able to make these plays.
Shift from the offense, shift from the defense, slapped out of the air by the lineman. What a play.
And just as I think I have the answers, Colby goes and changes the questions. And now it's 3rd and 1.
Trying to get that quick pass away, but just absolutely denied. Snap again. Waiting, backing up, throwing, caught. Tons of room and barely tripped up.
Yeah, caught him by the shoelaces there. Now 1st and goal from the 4 with a minute to play in the first half. What a missile by Mahomes. Great play by West, but we need a huge defensive stand right now from Colby and the Bears.
Snap again, looking to throw over to the left, knocked down, just gets fingertips on it to block it.
Yep. That was almost an interception. It potentially could have been a pick 6, because I don't think there would have been anyone to get back and stop that one. So great stop by Colby. He just needs to do that a couple more times. I mean, if you give up a field goal going into the half, it still sucks, but it's manageable. He cannot give up another touchdown right now.
Directly behind the center now. West puts Mahomes. Snap, looking to pass again, throwing over to the right. This one's caught, and Hill walks it in for a touchdown. Momentum back heavily in Kansas City's favor.
Yeah, that was wide open into the end zone, and now Kansas City with a 2-score lead with 27 seconds left in the second quarter. Mind you, that 27 seconds doesn't seem like much, but we've seen Colby win games with 2 seconds left. So
true.
He's got tons of time right now.
Absolutely true. And on top of that, this is only the first half, Langell.
Exactly. We've got a whole second half to come up on this yet. Super
Colbus
excited.
statistically scores more points than Kansas City than West does.
He does. He does. And Colby has always been a second half team. He has always been a second half team. So the fact that he's down by 2 scores right now, it doesn't look good on the scoreboard, but you can't judge a book by its cover. You have to stick around to the end to find out how this all plays out.
Absolutely pushing through the defense, through the offensive line, but the pass gets away and going out of bounds to stop the clock after a 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3 now. 22 seconds left here in the half.
Yeah, very smart. I mean, looking at the fact that he used a timeout earlier, I mean, statistically or mathematically speaking, he just got that timeout back by using the out of bounds as a way to do that. So smart play by Colby.
Through. Snap, looking, throwing right over the middle. Wide opens Cohen. Pushed to the ground, but the damage is done. Timeout Bears. 17 seconds left here in the half.
Yeah, 17 seconds. Great play by Colby. 1st and 10 from the 44. I mean, it'd be great to score a touchdown right now, but, I mean, if he can get a couple quick plays and at least get in field goal range, anything to put points on the board to give your team a little bit of momentum, give yourself a little confidence going into the second half.
Fields is back. Snap. Throwing over to the left. Into single coverage. Snead comes away with an interception. Turns around and picks up a couple extra yards.
And as a result of that, West with his 4th interception of the first half, 10 seconds left. I mean, I know Kansas City has improved catching right now. I mean, and that one was into single coverage. That was just an opportunity. But, I mean, I feel bad for Colby right now. Colbus needs to, take whatever we have for that 10, 15 seconds of halftime and just change the game plan and come out in the second half.
Big opportunity to stop the bleeding now here. Handoff right up the middle. Chopped down. And the clock will run to 4 seconds before West takes a timeout.
So 4 seconds left before halftime. Kansas City, West and the Chiefs leading 21-7. Here in the EvolveSports Live Madden Championship game. Our first ever championship game in the Madden Division. We've got other contenders in the division as well. Shane's Gaming, Monkey Work. We have a lot of potential matchups coming down the road here on Clash, and that brings us to halftime with the Chiefs leading, West and the Chiefs leading 21-7.
Now this looks new.
Yeah, this is new in Madden 22. You at the start of the game, you can dictate what your game plan is going to be, both offensively and defensively, and then at halftime, you get to take a look at how things played out for you and any adjustments you want to make. So I think this is a huge adjustment, a huge addition to Madden 22, where you can.
It's very cool.
Yeah, it's a huge upgrade to the game, although we just saw the momentum meter just fill completely for Kansas City, and they're getting the ball. I mean, Colby's going to need an interception quickly to take that momentum meter away from West, but we'll see what happens here. Colby getting ready to kick it back. And moves right out of the way. West does not like to come out of that end zone. He will move out of the way to make sure that he doesn't get hit coming out of the end zone with that ball.
West in the absolute driver's seat with the lead, the ball, the momentum, all on his side.
Yeah, it's going to be an uphill battle for Colby for sure. But as we've said, I mean, he is a second half team, and he outscores. He's averaging more points per game than West, so this game is nowhere near over yet.
And off, not a lot of room. He's pinballed around before falling to the ground with a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7.
Yep, 2nd and 7 now. It's so weird looking up and seeing 8 minutes on the clock as opposed to our traditional 6. But you know what? I'm liking it. I am definitely liking it.
100% agree. Man in motion. Handoff fake to the right. Right up the middle goes Edwards-Helaire for another short gain. 3rd and 4 now.
3rd and 4 is definitely manageable. I mean, I'd say a short pass, get that first down, and keep the chains moving. But we'll see what West dials up here.
West doesn't need much to prove, and potentially eating time off the clock being a main priority. Mahomes takes a snap, rolling out to the left, throwing right at a defender. It's swatted down, so a punt will come, but wow, was that dangerous.
That was super dangerous and great on Colby with the defense standing up, making that stop, now getting the ball back to potentially bring it to within 1 score, depending on how this drive goes.
The punt coming from about the 21-yard line and sailing all the way to the 15. Brought out for about 4 yards before he's taken down. So the 19 is where Colby will start this drive, what might be the most important drive of the game so far.
Yeah, I definitely agree. If Colby can score on this one, it puts the game back within manageable terms. If Colby ends up giving up an interception on this drive, I would say that, you know, as an announcer, you don't want to say the game is over, but it would definitely make it incredibly hard if he was to turn over the ball and give up points on this drive. So he's got to play this smart. He's got to look for the open man. Don't try to bomb it down the field. And do what he needs to do to put points on the board. Do what he does. He's a former champion. He knows how to play this game. He just needs to play his style and get some points on the board.
Handoff left side, has some room, and spun down at the 28. A 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1.
Slangel and Chad saying with the number of interceptions that have been picked off in this game, she'd be a little nervous to throw the ball. And, I mean, I get that. Now, something we should point out here, these are the standard online Madden sliders, whereas when we're playing in a league, we have a lot of this adjusted. So just to point that out, as far as, whoa, spin move and gets away. Look at this.
Huge gains. Montgomery finally knocked down at the 41, but wow, what a play. That initial spin move seemed to put a jump in his step.
Yeah, I was a little concerned when I saw that first spin move. I'm like, I don't know where this is going to go, but apparently the answer was straight up the field. Great play by Colby and the Bears.
Making some changes at the line. Defense pinches a little. Handoff faked. Rolling out to the right. Trying to take off. Fields misses the first. And it's knocked out of bounds. A 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9. Spotted on the other side of the 41.
I give credit to Colby for trying something different, trying something new, but West is deadly with those hit sticks. So, and I speak about that from experience. So, I mean, be careful on that one, sir. Be very careful on that one.
Fields in a shotgun position. 2 out to the left. Snap. Looking. Waiting. Throwing it deep. Single coverage, but it's missed.
All right.
3rd and 9.
3rd and 9. And I think Colby is just glad that was not intercepted. Because anything that goes over about 15 yards here has a huge warning flag, potential for interception. And luckily that one, you know, it would have been great to make the catch, but slapping it out of bounds is much better than intercept it and coming the other way. 3rd and 9 now from the 41.
Snap. Hung up on his own guy. Has good blocking. Has time. Throw. This one's caught. 1st down, Bears.
Nice play by Colby. 3rd and 9. Looked like it was a high-pressure play, and it was. Don't get me wrong, but Colby, cool, calm, under pressure, makes that play, and now it's 1st and 10 from the 43.
Looks like they were double covering short, and it left a gap right across the middle. Well done to spot the open man there. Snap now looking, throwing over to the left, caught, tries to cut back in, but Mooney knocked down at the 35.
But gains 8 on the play. These are fantastic plays by Colby. He's getting down the field. He's keeping the Kansas City defense on the field, trying to wear them down a little bit. And you can see the momentum meters dropping now as well.
Since it started in Chicago's favor, but had quickly moved since then and has been pretty firmly on Kansas City's side. Would be interesting to see if they're able to take the majority, if not all of that momentum away as the game continues. Handoff right side, Montgomery picks up the first down again, the 29-yard line.
Montgomery now 34 yards so far in this game on the ground, keeping things moving. This is a great turnaround by Colby. It looked, when it was 21-7 with less than 10 seconds left in the half, it looked like this was going to be a problem with West getting the ball back to start the second, but Colby was able to force a 3-and-out. Now he's coming down the field.
A lot of guys rushing in. Throw over to the left. Wide open. Robinson has all sorts of room. Missed tackle. Touchdown Bears. And that makes it a one-score game with the extra point being the deciding factor there.
What a play by Colby. Just waited his time, saw the open man into the end zone, and now he's down by 1 score. Fantastic drive by Colby, and he's back in this game, Meter.
Still not afraid to throw. You throw, 4 or 5 interceptions in a row?
Yeah, it's a little one-sided there. Little one-sided as far as the, tit for tat for interceptions. But yeah, he's not afraid of it. Got back to playing his own game, and now he's down by only 7 points. And that momentum meter is dropped substantially from the Kansas City side.
Now he has forced West to punt twice. What does Colby need to do to stop West again? What do you have any sort of an inkling as to what has been successful for him thus far?
I think what Colby needs to do is watch for the long passes. West doesn't bomb it down the field, but he's also not one to throw short, shallow passes. The best thing he can do is use his secondary line there and kind of manage control one of those and try to pick off the pass.
Holmes drops back, throws deep, and it's intercepted! What a massive play, exactly like you said!
That's why I am the HDM, sir, the human defense machine. I can call things. Nostradamus and I are really good friends in our psychic experiences. But yes, great play by Colby, and now he potentially is going the other way to potentially tie this game going into the fourth. What a game so far.
Field snap, handoff over to the right side. Montgomery, not a lot of room. In fact, I believe he lost a yard on that one. 2nd and 10 on the other side of the 50. Let's call it the 49.
I think what Colby needs to watch out for now is Jones. I would put double coverage on Jones, because if not, he's just going to come straight through that line looking for Fields.
From the shotgun. Snap, looking downfield. Has time, throws over to the left. Mooney wide open again, another missed tackle. Beautiful spin move, and Snead has to come in and take him down at the 24. But wow, what a play.
Yeah, Colby is on fire right now. Colby is playing, as we like to call, Colby football. I mean, he's now on the 24-yard line after that interception, after that huge play, and now he is just on fire.
Making calls at the line. Knows what he wants. Handoff left side, has room. Getting to the side, and another first down. Now the 12-yard line.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. If I'm West right now, I am definitely putting some more emphasis on covering the flats so that if they go to take off, there's a guy there waiting for him. Because that's 2 or 3 times now we've seen Colby run to the left or run to the right, and there's nobody there to stop him.
I formation. Snap, handoff, trying to get right up the middle. Has blocking, but it's just bouncing around on his own guys. And a German suplex takes him to the ground.
I was going to say Jones taking him to Suplex City. Yeah. See the replay on that. There we go.
Belly to back.
Yep.
Beautifully done.
Forgot to hook the leg.
Second and 11 now.
If he would have hooked the leg, it would have been over.
Didn't see him go for the bridge either.
That's another problem. Mandapuff and chat cheering on Colby and the Bears. Thank you for joining us.
Throw over to the right, but nobody home. That looked like both the offense and defense weren't looking. They weren't quite ready for that quick pass.
No, not at all. And now it's 3rd and 11. At this point, I would not try to aim for the end zone. I would try to cut this in half and then maybe go for it on 4th down. Or you could just do this.
Over to the left. Robinson
look
tripped
at
up
this.
at the 4. And a big decision needs to be made by Colby right now.
Yeah, this is huge. I mean, if he takes the field goal, he's within 4 points. Or he can he's going for it. He is going for it on 4th and 1. Woo. This is a huge play by Colby. Man, I'm nervous watching this. Jones ready to pounce. Jones ready to pound into the end zone.
Snap. Throw to the left, wide open. Touchdown, Bears!
Unbelievable.
Oh, my God!
Unbelievable.
The nerves of steel, the playing aggressive, everything Colby talked about, he's brought onto the field.
And if you saw that, they hooked the leg and got the 3 count in the end zone.
Too little, too late. And the extra point is good. Tie game, 21-all.
Oh, here we go. 1 minute left in the 3rd, a full 8 minutes left in the 4th. Don't go anywhere, folks. The Madden Division Championship is on the line in a tie game.
Kicked into the end zone, and West will let this one bounce on through. And this drive will begin, as so many have before, from the 25-yard line.
I looked it up. It's 1,318 times now. We started from the 25-yard line.
My God. The level of research and professionalism from you is unreal.
Well, we've played a lot of seasons, sir. Played a lot of seasons. All right. Total yards. Chicago.
The stats in history.
Yeah.
Unreal.
All right. West has seen his momentum completely evaporate, but he doesn't seem to care right now. What a play.
Breaks through the middle, and there was nobody there. Amazing blocking. Parted the sea, and Edwards-Hilaire moved all the way to the 45-yard line, trying to flip to the other side of the field.
Yeah, that's shades of Coach Kobe from OMFL, watching him run in the championship game. I mean, that's the kind of plays that we saw there. So, I mean, West has obviously been doing his homework on how to play on the ground.
Knotted up at 21. Momentum almost at no.
Yeah.
Holmes in the shotgun. No one in the backfield. 3 to the right, 2 to the left, 5 on the line. Snap, backing up, looking, coming in fast. He's hit, and he drops the ball. He has forward momentum on the arm, so it'll be an incomplete pass, but wow.
Yeah, Colby's now bringing he said he wanted to play aggressive. I thought he meant offensively. He's now bringing the pressure defensively as well. 2nd and 10 now.
What a beautiful zone blitz. Well done. Send in the men, but also cover the field, so he has to take the extra time, and he wasn't able to get the ball away. Huge. Backing up, throwing short to the left side. And he's tripped up, backed up.
And that's going to bring us.
Yeah, it looked like.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, that's going to bring us to the end of the 3rd. But, yeah, he looks like he didn't get as much out of that as he had wanted to. But there's the box score. Tied 21-21. Going into the 4th quarter. Oh, man. I almost wish we had cams on West and Colby right now so we could just see what their reactions are. What a game, though. What a game.
35, big interception. Quinn takes this one. Looks like he could go yard. Mahomes, the only one there, misses the tackle, and Quinn takes this one all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, home team. Chicago Bears take the lead, and all the momentum's on their side of the field.
What a play by Colby and the Bears. Not only getting the interception, not only avoiding the tackle, getting into the end zone, and just like that, 9 seconds into the fourth quarter now, with all the momentum on his side, West is now behind for the first time in this game.
I am smiling ear to ear, Langell. This game is the absolute definition of excitement.
I could not agree with you more. What an amazing matchup we've got. And it's not over. We still have, due to the time and changing here now, we still have another almost 8 minutes to watch. This is fantastic.
Absolutely. This is Christmas right here. Now, if we hadn't had that change, right, it would have technically ended at that last minute.
Yeah.
And what, less than 10 seconds into the fourth, into the added time, we have a pick six. This is incredible.
It is. It is absolutely incredible. When you think about it, we added 2 minutes per quarter. That's 6 minutes. That's a whole extra quarter as far as what our old thing would have been. Yeah, this game should have been over. This game should have been over, and either it would have been going to overtime or West would have come away with the victory. But now we've got 7 minutes left.
This crowd shaking the screen for West.
Yep.
Mahomes.
Oh, no.
Into triple coverage. Another interception. Trevathan comes down with this one. And wow, the Bears have the ball on their own 32. On the opponent's 32.
Unbelievable. West threw that, and as soon as it was out, it was like a direct missile into the hands of number 6 there, Trevathan. And now, as a result, Colby setting up shop on the 32-yard line, already up by 1 score, looking to make it 2.
Absolutely. Slangell said it. Colby is on fire now. Montgomery weaving through traffic. Probably should have been taken down on the line, but picks up 5 by cutting back to the left.
Yeah, that was some great foot movement by Colby. Great awareness as to where he was. Tapped that analog stick. Got those 5 yards. Keeps the momentum going. And yeah, the clock is dropping at this point.
Chewing up that clock, letting it tick down to 1 second. And the fake, that's going to be a delay of game.
That is. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 now from the 32. So that 5 yards that he gained on the last play is just evaporated. But it took a full 40 seconds off the clock as well. So that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Snap, handoff, trying to get up to the left side of the line, but taken down on the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 now.
Yeah, Colby's got some work cut out for him at this point. He is in field goal range, but he's gonna have to make something happen here to get another first down.
Clock keeps moving. Shoe clock offense on. Kicks down to the 6 when he takes the snap. Looking downfield, throwing over the middle. Caught, first down, Bears.
He needed 9. He got 10. Down the 21-yard line, another first down. And the clock keeps dropping.
Knocking on the door of the red zone and keeping the clock moving. I love it. The strategy here is exceptional. And West really needing to turn something around here to get back on his horse.
Yeah, he definitely does. Definitely does.
Snap. Handoff right side and taken down by the legs. A pick up at 2. 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 now, 19-yard line, 4:54 left. West needs a stop here in the worst kind of a way. We'll see what he's going to get dialed up here.
Changes at the line. For
Jones just smashes Fields. 3rd and 8. That's what I was saying earlier. If Jones can make it through that line, he is so quick and so fast and so huge. And just, there's so many ways I can describe it. All of them are disastrous if he gets free. And we just saw an example of it there.
He ran over the offensive line like it was nothing. Forced the incompletion. Lucky it wasn't a sack. Fields now shotgun, snap, looking,
He's
coming
in.
fast, throw over to the right, wide opens Montgomery, and touchdown Chicago extends this to a 2-score lead now.
2-score lead, full momentum, 4:19 left in the fourth. West, who had a 2-score lead there in the first half, is now going to have to come from behind and do exactly what Colby did, except instead of having 2 quarters to do it, he's got basically 2 possessions, 4 minutes and 19 seconds.
Absolutely huge. Colby taking a ton of time off the clock and putting it in the end zone and then through the uprights. Exceptional job.
Yeah, this is we talked about it earlier. I don't want to seem as though we predicted this, but we talked about the fact that Colby is a second half player, and watch what he's going to do in the second half, and it's coming to fruition here.
Now, talk to me about West. What does West need to do here? He's behind 14 points. He has just over 4 minutes left to do something here, and all his timeouts and momentum strongly against him.
I think he's got to scramble with Mahomes. He's got to break it out, get outside the pocket, get up the field with it. Because I don't think Colby's going to be expecting that. I think Colby's going to be expecting long passes to mid-range passes, and keep the players back, try to prevent that from happening. If West can take off with Mahomes and scramble to the left or right, I bet you he can get a couple first downs just that way.
Scramble worked for him earlier. Lateral out to the left, trying to cut back in. Smacked a couple of times and finally taken down at the 43-yard line. 11 rushes for 43 yards with Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah, Hilaire's having a good game. I wouldn't say it's a breakout game, but he's consistent. But right now, West needs to call on his best players, his biggest players, hit the biggest plays, and get into that end zone ASAP.
2nd and 3, short pass to the left. Hardman immediately spinning but hit hard to the ground. First down.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm looking at that clock drop meter. There's 3 minutes left. I think at this point, West is going to, if West scores, he's got to go for the onside kick. He's not going to have enough time.
Snap, rolling out to the left, throwing, caught, Hill, cutting and getting to the outside, stopping the clock at 34-yard line.
Great
2:37. Absolutely veteran move.
Yeah, because if not, we'd be at the 2-minute warning, basically. So great move by West. Stop the clock without burning a timeout. He's on the 34-yard line at this point. Let's see what he has dialed up here.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Helaire just to the right. Mahomes in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking, throwing over the middle. Almost intercepted.
Yeah,
but instead, it's dropped.
That was dangerous. I mean, nobody was open. That's when I would have took off with Mahomes. That's when I would have ran, and I think he would have got the first down because everyone else was downfield. And there's the shaking screen again.
2nd and 10 from the shotgun. Mahomes takes the snap, drops back another 5, looking, waiting. They're coming in, tries to get it away, and it's an incompletion.
Yeah.
Almost sacked on that one.
That had the potential for disaster because it would have been 3rd and about 17 or 18. Luckily, it's 3rd and 10, but this is definitely 2 down territory. If West doesn't hit it on this one, he's got to go for it because a field goal is not going to help him.
Pressure very much against West right now. I formation, 1 wide on either side. Tight end on the right side. Handoff fake. Trying to roll back. Throwing over his shoulder. Way out of bounds.
Way out of bounds. Way out of bounds. This is the game right now, Meter. Whatever West has dialed up, he needs to hit it and hit it convincingly. If not, this game is over and we're going to crown a new champion. Unbelievable.
What could be the play of the game and is the play of the game so far right here, right now.
West
changes at the line.
Yep.
From the shotgun, the snap, rolling back, looking.
He got it.
To the right. It's 1 foot inbound. The other one touches.
He got it. He got it.
Oh my God.
That was close. That was super close, but he got it. This game continues.
First and 10 now from the 24, 2:19. He fell out of bounds, so it will stop the clock as well.
Yep. Yep. West
3 to the right, 1 to the left.
West doing all of this right now with the momentum squarely against him. Screen pass.
And met quickly. Crawford not blocked at all. Timeout, Kansas City.
Loses 3 yards on that play. Successful pass, but loses 3 yards. That's almost a case where you just want to miss that.
What do you think about this call of a timeout before the 2-minute warning?
I think it was a panic move, to be honest with you. Oh, wait.
Into the end zone. Swatted out of the air into double coverage.
Oh, man, this is so stressful. So stressful. I can see what West is trying to do there. Catch him off guard, throw it into the end zone, but threw it into double coverage, and he's super lucky to come away with that ball just being swatted out of the way.
3rd and 13, 2:09 left here in the game. 2 timeouts in the 2-minute warning. Still on Kansas City's time.
Yeah.
Mahomes from just behind the 30 in the shotgun. Snap, handoff fake. Rolling out to the right, throwing on the run, wide open, touchdown Hill!
What a play by West. What a play. Scores, brings it to within 1 score with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left. But the question is, he's only got 2 timeouts. If Colby puts it on hurry-up offense, he can burn through those 2 minutes very quickly. And you know Colby's not going to be throwing it unless he's in a 3rd down situation. If I'm West, I almost have to go for the onside kick, and he is. He's going for the onside. Oh, man, this is stressful. Super stressful, and I don't know. Oh, it went out of bounds.
Not quite 10 yards.
Illegal
and he
touching.
Touches it. Touched it before it went to 10 yards. So the Bears will get the ball at the opponent's 47.
Oh, man. Okay.
Kansas City can stop the clock twice, plus we'll have the 2-minute warning. So, in theory, with a 3 and out, Kansas City can get the ball back.
Yeah.
And there's a good start to it, exactly on 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Stops him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9 now.
All right, and you know that Colby's going to be on the ground for this one, so prepare for a run defense. We'll see what happens.
Does not look like run defense.
No, it does not.
Handoff right side. Meets him behind the line, the 50-yard line. Timeout, Kansas City.
All right, this is going to have to be a throw. Although, if Colby was to run this, force West to take his final timeout. Well, no, because then, yeah, okay, never mind. I was thinking that he'd be able to burn another 40 seconds off the clock, but he can't. This has to be a throw. This has to be a throw. And if I'm West, I'm not coming towards the line. I'm backing everything up because if anyone takes off, never mind.
And a fake coming in quick, and he gets it. Beautifully done. The massive stop by West. Fields with an incomplete pass hit as he's throwing. 4th and 13.
Yep.
Wow. This one ain't over yet, folks.
Not at all. Huge defense stepping up. West playing absolutely perfectly. And now
this one's going to be punted into the end zone, so the 20-yard line they're going to have.
Yep.
Not awful field positioning for forcing a punt, and they saved a timeout by causing the incompletion.
Mm-hmm. This is why we've got 2 champions facing off here for the Madden Division Championship. This is absolutely huge. We're seeing championship pedigree on both sides of the ball from both owners. And West down by 7 with less than 2 minutes to play. Don't go anywhere, folks. Do not go anywhere.
Snap, looking, rolling, throwing, intercepted Crawford, and he has all sorts of room, and taken down at the 2-yard line. Oh my God!
Absolutely disastrous for West. I saw what he was trying to do. It's the game with two halves, though. Colby with 4 interceptions in the first half. West with 4 interceptions in the second half. And
off fake to the right, run to the left.
And now the Bears in there and score, up by 2 scores with 1:36 to play. Amanda Puff must be loving this. She came into the chat, immediately said, "Go Bears." 1 play, 3 seconds, and now the Bears are up by 2 score with 1:36 to play. I feel so bad for West. He played so strong to get that ball back and then threw an interception. But that's the way it goes. Sometimes that happens.
Kick to about the 1. West going to try and take this one right up the gut, and actually a very good drive, bringing it all the way to the 31.
That was impressive. That was super impressive. But now,
how do you play this one as West?
There's nothing left to lose at this point, right? If the game ended right now, the game is over. So go for it, do whatever you can, and try to hit that end zone. And there's the scramble I talked about earlier.
Wide open. This one's caught. Hill cutting back in. Has all sorts of room. That's a touchdown, Kansas City. And it's a 1-score game with 1:19 left on the clock. Are you kidding?
Unbelievable. What a play by West. I saw the scramble by Mahomes, and I'm like, okay, that'll gain him a few yards. No, he wasn't satisfied with that. He wanted into the end zone. Totally lit that defense up like it was Christmas morning. That tree got lit up hard, and now West down by 7. 1 play, 69 yards, 12 seconds. Going for the onside kick a second time. Unbelievable.
Unreal. This kick. There's the 10 yards picked up by Robinson and taken down on the 44-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if time's on his side at this point, though.
You just saw him do it. Victory formation.
Yeah. West.
Timeout 1:16.
So it's 2nd and 11.
4-8-12.
Yeah.
So I do believe they can take this one all the way to 0.
Yeah, I believe that's pretty much going to wrap this one up. 15 seconds on the choose your play, 34 seconds on the play clock, 1:08 left on the game clock. Yeah.
Take this one down to below 40.
Yeah.
And that will do it. Oh my goodness. Comes through with authority.
Yeah.
But my God, what a game.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Congratulations to Colbus1984.
Who had 77 total points in the championship game.
Yeah. Yeah, unbelievable. So shout out to West, played a hell of a game. Shout out to Colby as well. He is our first ever Madden Division Champion. And now we'll defend that title against Monkey Work as soon as Monkey Work is available. And there we have it.
Get your GGs in chat. Wow.
What a game, Meter. What a game. Unbelievable. What a tale of
I'm
two
in
halves.
absolute awe.
Yeah.
Tale of two halves is it exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an absolutely incredible game. Back and forth. Tale of two halves. Colby was down by 2 scores going into halftime. Comes back and wins by 1. Yeah, what an absolute performance. I want to take a look at these stats here as soon as they're available. Justin Fields, 68% completion rate. Mahomes 54.8, so you must say 55. Total offense 305 to 282. Rushing yards 55-53 in favor of Chicago. Passing yards 250 to 229. All these stats are incredibly close. First downs tied 12 apiece. Punt return yards.
This game was incredibly close every step of the way.
Yeah. Total yards 359 to 350. I mean, we're talking less than a set of downs in the total yards difference.
It came down to the fourth.
Yeah. Yeah, it came down to the fourth and interceptions, 4 apiece.
It looks like Colby was just 1 quarter behind every step of the way until the fourth, and then he got the lead and never looked back.
Yeah, no, most definitely. He got that momentum swing and got those interceptions, and as a result, he is our first ever Madden Division Champion. Crowned here tonight on the return of Clash. God, it feels good to have Clash back again. We are back, and we have a new champion, and absolutely huge because, as we mentioned, Monkey Work is in the waiting. He's 3-0, looking for a shot at that championship. Shane's Gaming is also back, and I'm looking forward to potential matchups there with Shane. What a game here. Red zone. Colby 4 for 4. West 2 for 2. 4 touchdowns in the red zone for Colby. That's a huge difference. And then possession time, 19-10 to 12-50, which is quite strange when you think about the fact that in the first half, West had 4 interceptions, and he's still 7 minutes off possession time. Well, 6 minutes off possession time. But, I mean, Colby using hurry-up offense in the fourth quarter and pretty much evaporated the fourth quarter would be a lot of where that time difference would be. But, wow, what a game.
Absolutely incredible. Incredible. If you are not following yet, now is the time to do so, because this is not an oddity for Evolve Sports Live to have games that are this high intensity, high octane. This is very par for the course, but what an exceptional game. Both of these guys earned their spot and earned everything in that game. Exceptionally done.
Yeah, most definitely. And now we bring up the screen here, Colbus1984. These numbers are going to change for tomorrow morning. Games played 4, wins 3, losses 1. His points per game is going to go up as well. And that streak of -1 is now going to be +1. What a performance by Colby to come out of this game and is your brand new EvolveSports Live Madden Division Champion. What a game. What a performance by both competitors. And, you know, I don't think I have enough in me to do another game right now, but if I did, I would watch another game between these two right here, right now. That was that impressive.
I could not agree more.
Awesome. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This has been Clash, the return of Clash. And just because we deserve it here, I'm going to bring our handsome faces back up on the screen one more time. There's Meter on the left, Langelo on the right. We called this game here, and it was an absolute fantastic game. I mean, Colby, West played a hell of a game. Thank you to both of them for an absolutely fantastic performance. And speaking of fantastic performances, thank you, Meter. Great job tonight, sir.
Likewise, brother. Thank you.
All right. So we are going to wrap it up. Colby just came into chat, and he said that now he's looking for a monkey. He's looking for money shots. I thought he said monkey shots, but that's a totally different thing. I was going to say, calling out his opponent monkey work, but no, apparently it's I can't read code, kids. I just want to let you know. But no, everybody involved with Evolve Sports Live, Slangel, who does the back end stuff with the chat. Meter, absolutely great performance and commentary. I'm proud to call games with you. I'm glad you're part of this entire organization. And again, West and Colby both playing a hell of a game. I would have to say, we've done this 14 times now on Clash, 14 episodes. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from any of the previous games we've had, but that has to be the most exciting game that I can remember in at least recent history that we've had here on Clash.
Yeah, that was amazing, and I 100% agree. I would watch and call 100 more of those back to back if I could. But I'll be honest, I feel like I've been through a war.
Yeah, I do as well, and we're not even the ones that were playing. I can't imagine the stress. I mean, I just played in a championship game a couple weeks ago, and I found that stressful. Calling this was stressful. I can't imagine being the two that were playing in this one, but yeah, no, absolutely electric. We are back 2 weeks from tonight here on Clash. Make sure you're following us on Twitter, The Evolve Sports. Make sure you're following us here on Twitch. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, go back to Twitch and give us a follow. EvolveSportsLIVE. Yeah, big things are coming, Meter. There'll be more talking about that next Monday night on Evolve Sports Tonight. But what a night. What a return to Evolve Sports Live, and what a return to Clash.
Could not agree more. Super appreciate everyone in the community, and thank you for letting me call the game.
Yeah, anytime, sir. You have carte blanche when it comes to that play-by-play seat. On that note, again, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you're following Colby and West on Twitch. Colbus is the Colbus1984, and West is West8221. Make sure you're following them on Twitch so when they go live, you're not missing any of their action. And we'll be back next Monday night with Evolve Sports Tonight. On behalf of Meter, I am Langell. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Clash 14, and congratulations to our new Madden Division Champion, Colbus1984. Good night, everybody, from Evolve Sports Live.